Alright, PS5 gamers, I know you're probably running some solid games on your console right now, but have you ever thought about upgrading your monitor to get the best experience possible? Seriously, if you're playing Spider-Man 2 on an old 1080 PTV, you're missing out on so much potential. In this video, I'm breaking down the top gaming monitors of 2025 for your PS5. Let's get into it. The MSI Optics MPG 321UR-QD is a standout choice if you want sharp 4K visuals plus high refresh. It's got a 32-inch IPS panel with 3840 by 2160 resolution, 144 Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time, MPRT, HDMI 2.1 input, so you can hit 4K at 120 Hz from your PS5, and display HDR 600 certification. The quantum dot layer gives you wider color gamut, good for HDR color accuracy, and because it supports 4:2 to 0 chroma over HDMI 2.1, it works cleanly with PS5. Downside, in bright rooms it may not hit super high full screen HDR brightness. Also, being a big 32-inch monitor, you'll need the desk space, but if immersive detail plus high refresh are your priorities, this one delivers. Best deal link in the description. The BenQ Mobiu ZEX2510S is a strong pick for high-speed gaming without breaking bank. It's a 24.5-inch FHD IPS display, 165 Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response, HDR10 support, and FreeSync Premium to reduce tearing. It's great if you mostly play fast action games, shooters, and want really smooth performance. Because PS5 supports 120 Hz for many titles, this monitor handles that well. It won't give the same cinematic 4K detail as the MSI, but it's more affordable, easier to fit on a desk, and still gives very fluid gameplay. If you want speed, lower cost, and sharp performance, this is a solid choice. Deal link in description. The third monitor is a Dell 144 Hz model. Exact specs depend on variant, likely a 24 to 27-inch panel, with a 144 Hz refresh, decent response times, and good build quality. On PS5, you'll get solid 120 Hz performance in supported games, plus likely better viewing angles and color reproduction, if it's IPS or similar. The trade-off is no 4K, lower pixel density, and possibly less HDR wow factor. But for many, especially competitive gamers or those sitting relatively close, this gives great value. Smooth gameplay, lower input lag, and easier to drive, less demanding hardware. Best deal is linked in the description. The Alienware AW2524HF is for ultra-fast response and super smooth motion. With 500 Hz refresh, you get extremely low motion blur and fluid input, especially useful in fast multiplayer games. On PS5 though, you won't get 500 Hz. Max PS5 goes up to 120 Hz, so you're not using full refresh, but the speed helps reduce latency and improve responsiveness even at 120 Hz. Downsides, often lower resolution, likely 1080p, less focus on HDR or color depth, and the visual sharpness won't match 4K panels. But if you play shooters and need a monitor where every frame counts, this Alienware is hard to beat. Deal link below. The ASUS TUF Gaming 27-inch series, various variants, usually gives a good blend. 27-inch size, typically either 1440p or high refresh 1080p in panels. Adaptive sync/VRR support, good build, reasonable HDR, and gaming-friendly features. On PS5, a 27-inch 1440p monitor with 120 Hz support gives sharp visuals and immersive gameplay without needing a giant screen. It's great for both competitive and single player, especially if you want more screen real estate but still want smooth frame rates. Trade-offs. Depending on the model, HDR may be limited, and brightness might not match higher-end 4K HDR monitors. Best deal in description. So, those are some of the best gaming monitors you can pair with a PS5 in 2025. What matters most for you? Visual detail, smoothness, size, or price? Drop it in the comments. And don't forget, all the best deals and links are below in the description. If this helped, smash that like, subscribe for more gaming gear breakdowns, and I'll catch you in the next one.